Hi, I'm Freyja. I'll be playing Sylvia Sutton, the Spacer.
Hi, I'm Overthinker. I'll be playing Vanya Valiant, the Envoy.
Hi, I'm Solomon, and I will be playing as Grant Becker, the Scientist.
And hello, I'm Kippahkid. I'll be the voice of the stars and everyone else in it. So, last time, the crew found themselves caught in Sheriff Dunson's psychic trap. Within it, they had personal confrontations with Admiral Cole and pieced together that he's willing to sacrifice the frontier to save the Praxo system from some being called the Leviathan. After escaping that trap, they hunted down Sheriff Dunson and eliminated him. The crew only had one last hurdle before getting off Ellis, Kit, the mechanic obsessed with Sylvia. After ending him, along with his scheme, the crew took on new allies to the tour bus and hit the stars again. Welcome to Into the Frontier, Episode 4, Frostbite Blues. 7 years ago, Antheus was receiving its height of commerce. Once just the home for Arctix's cryobiology research, the Becker family broke their corporate chains and established Becker 1, a personal dome habitat where they could mine and produce freely. A compact, rounded TV sits on the mantle of the atrium, where customers milled about. The screen flickers as a black and white image of a newscaster moves along the screen. Welcome to Deep Space News, where I give you all you distant folks from Terius to Antheus, the what's how and the frontier. I'm Kirk Quasar, and today we're interviewing a local hero, Grant Becker, and his miracle chems. So tell me, Grant, of all the things you could have done, what led you down the path of altruism?
I just thought about all the people that were needing something to make them happier, something to make them stronger, something to make them healthier. And I just felt like if I had the ability to make that happen, why shouldn't I?
Amazing, amazing. Having someone as local from you, from Antheus, I love that. But Shirley, how did you come across such resources, or is that a family secret? And he just kind of gives you a big wink for the camera.
Well, I can't exactly show off all of my sources, but I can tell you that it took a lot of hard work and a lot of alternative thinking, a lot of finding out where I could get certain things from unexpected places.
Wonderful. We love the intuition. We love the gumption. But there's only one thing that I'm sure the people want to know. Now, I can tell you, Grant, I'm on your side in this, but there's been accusations saying that your chems have been leaving less than desirable side effects. What do you have to say about that?
The only thing I have to say about that is that everyone should be careful where they get their party favors, their enhancers. Certain people might be trying to ride the wave of all of this and using very cheap, very inefficient knockoffs that would cause these horrible side effects. I make sure to work out any of the worst side effects in my own personal products, so I can assure you that if there are problems being caused, it's because the brand that you're getting is unfortunately a very low-end reproduction.
Well, you've heard it from the man himself. Only buy from the Becker store. If you're getting it from somewhere else, you might not be getting the Becker best. That's all for now. Thank you for coming to this interview. And he just signals for the thing to shut off. You know that he only runs the broadcast tower himself, so it's all kind of run by him and various kind of gadgets that he has set up. The guy looks over and goes, "That was wonderful, Grant. I know you're going through a bit of a PR nightmare. People will take advantage of anything and anyhow. But is there anything I can do for you right now outside of trying to boost your image?"
Well, honestly, I just really appreciate just even getting to do this, getting able to sort of get out in front of all this. But as I'm sure you have your own sources for this news, if you hear of anything maybe that could help you figure out who's doing this, I would love to hear from it. I would like to just try to go and talk to them so we can figure out how they might be able to just help me as opposed to hurting my reputation, and we could all do better from it.
I couldn't agree more. So that's it for our piece, but we have the rover set up to head back to your home. Be safe, do the best you can, and like I said, I'll be in your corner till the end here, Becker.
I really appreciate it, Kirk.
And he gives you a handshake and lets you down the elevator back to where your rover is waiting.
And I will just head into my rover, taking a small tablet to just sort of calm my nerves after all of that, and we'll head on home.
All right. As you head home, you see your dome habitat sticking out right up into the ice. There's not really much scenery around it. And pacing in front of the entrance is a man that you recognize. He is dressed in all black with a parka, hood up, balaclava covering his mouth, and big goggles covering his eyes. You know this as Samuel, the only void singer on the planet. And he's a frequent buyer of your adrenal chems.
I will just go ahead and put my rover into park and head on over to him with a smile. Singer, so good to see you again.
Oh, hello, Grant. And he's kind of just twitchy and scrubbing like his neck and scratching every now and then. Not like an after effect, but more he seems like he's nervous about something. I didn't get a chance to look at your interview. Did that go well?
I think it went really well. I think that I got my message out there, and I really hope that I can get in contact with whoever might be making these alternatives to my products. I just want us all to be able to get out of this ahead and just no real foul, no real problem. I just want to make sure that there are fewer people getting hurt by this.
Yeah. I just wanted to warn you, because that's really great, but people don't always watch the TV and things happen, and well, it seems like a few angry customers just had come in during that time, and I heard a lot of loud noises. I didn't go in because it's not my place, but I just want to let you know that they left, and I haven't heard much since, but it didn't sound great in there.
Did you contact the security team?
No, I didn't.
All right. Well, I guess I'll go and make sure that I'll see how bad it is, and I'll get in contact with the security team. So, thank you for warning me about that, I guess.
Yeah, and I'll be back in Arctics 5 if you need me, or more that usually I need you, but that's not the case. Goodbye. And Samuel just walks off.
And Grant is just going to watch after him, a little bit nervous, a little bit perturbed by that, but we'll head on inside, grabbing his taser just in case someone is actually still here.
All right. As you enter into the main atrium, the main shop area, you find that various cases have been knocked over, the TV's cracked, and it looks like many of the products have been spilled, graffitis defacing the walls, things documented saying "he did this to us" and "never to be warm again" are scrawled across with various pictures of these ice blue eyes that are painted all over the place.
Poor people. And he's just going to immediately work to start cleaning up, while he will also hit his communicator to call the security team.
All right. So you reach out. Hello, Becker, one security team. What's up?
This is Dr. Grant Becker. It seems I've had a break-in in my habitat, and I would very much like to make a statement.
All right, we'll take the statement.
It seems like there are those with ice blue eyes that have been utilizing knockoffs of my products who feel like I am solely responsible. I would very much like to, if you find any individuals with this color eyes, and he will take an image of the eyes that were painted on the wall to get the sort of like shade to see if maybe that there's some connection. I would very much like to speak with them.
Understood. We'll follow reports and conduct surveillance.
Thank you. And then he will just disconnect and continue cleaning as necessary.
As you're cleaning, you just hear, "Hey, Grant, is that you?" And you can hear your dad's voice, but you can't see where he is.
Yeah, Dad, I'm in here. I'm in the main area, the main shop.
Hey, great. I'm here. Can you please lift the desk up? They kind of flipped it over on me, and I can't really feel anything below my waist right now.
Oh shit, Dad, sorry. Yeah. Oh, and he goes and will work to lift the desk up to just check on his dad. Hopefully it's not too bad.
Well, good luck. His upper body looks fine. Unfortunately, it does look like he has some sort of bone fracture in his legs.
Oh, fuck. And Grant will just like throw the table off and will immediately work to go and grab his some of his products, things that will help null pain, and because he's figuring that with the table off, that might start rushing back, so he will go and offers them to his dad before he will try to then call the medical team.
Thanks, pal. I always knew you got the best stuff. I wasn't too worried. Bones can be mended. I mean, we're Honanthius after all. Anything's possible, but I don't think your pa's going to be walking for a hot minute.
They really shouldn't have hurt you. You shouldn't have been here, Dad.
I mean, you were doing your interview, so I thought I'd go man the shop so we could still keep things up. You could make some credits while you were doing your thing with Kirk.
I should have just closed the shop. Just closed the shop entirely during the interview. I'm sorry. And he will just like keep hitting the communicator, ping the medical team to come to his place, because he just has it so that if he pings them, they're to arrive as quickly as possible, as opposed to making a call.
Yep, so you know that the team's on their way.
Yeah, but he's still pinging because he's just paranoid and really wanting to have someone who's a bit more medically trained to look after this. Do you need anything? Can I get you anything? I might have something to make setting it easier. And he's just slowly beginning to freak out more and more.
Grant, don't worry about me. Your pop's going to be fine. We got the team, we got everything. It's just sad what they did to your shop. I'm more worried about you than me.
I'll be fine. The shop can be repaired. Your legs don't. They don't look good.
Maybe if things work out, we could maybe we can get you a nice spacer girlfriend, and she can get me some prosthetics. That could be nice.
Dad, come on, let's. You know what? Maybe. I'll see if I can make a few contacts and get you something nice. Make it so you can jump over the habitat if you wanted to.
Oh, I don't know if I'd have the way. I'm too old for that kind of fun, but if I had some spider legs, now that could be fun.
That would be nightmare fuel, Dad.
Oh yeah, your mother would probably hate it. I won't go into those details for you, but
please don't.
Yeah, no, but I'll wait for the team. Go do what you need to do. So no, it's really, like I said, I was happy to help the shop, and things happen. I know my responsibilities, and I know the risks.
Well, what's important for me right now is making sure that you're okay. So I'm just gonna sit here with you until the medical team gets here.
All right then. And as the team kind of rushes over and helps him into his would have been a wheelchair. We now go back to the present. The crew is on their last day of travel from Ellis to Antheus. Ever since locking herself in a room, Roxxie has since yet to emerge, and any attempts to reach her has been met with radio silence. So without Roxxie behind the wheel, who's been piloting the tour bus?
Does it have an autopilot?
It should have an autopilot, yes. You also have a Ranger and Gordon on board as well.
I would like to look for the autopilot, hoping there's a nice big button.
Yeah,
Autopilot. Yeah.
I think it's we could probably get Ranger to handle it.
Not Gordon.
You don't think Gordon can fly?
I have a feeling he could drive it, but I don't think he's going to drive it in such a way that Roxxie's going to be okay with.
And given how high he's been staying, I think it might be a bad idea right now.
Oh yeah, you two have been working pretty closely, right?
Yeah, he's constantly been wanting me to test out new things on him.
You know, I love a slime that loves science.
You just hear in the background, well, I've never felt this much viscosity in my life.
The notes from it are monstrous, honestly.
Just hearing the word viscosity says all I need to know.
I have heard the word viscosity more in the last couple of days than the whole rest of my life put together.
Oh, it gets worse. It gets so much worse.
Anyway, I look at the buttons.
So, you at least know that Roxxie did take care of things and make sure it was all set on autopilot. So really all you'd need is someone to hop in if there was an emergency maneuver that would be needed.
Gotcha. Man, I hope there's not an emergency maneuver needed. Because I'm actually going to glance at this because I don't know what one would roll to fly the ship.
So to fly the ship...
Grit. For evasion. Okay, cool. I see.
I'm pretty sure Ranger was programmed prior with piloting skills, so if worst comes to worst, he should be able to take the help.
Great.
All right. So with Ranger as your backup and hoping that you won't need to use your backup for any reason, something starts flashing on the dashboard.
Is it supposed to do that?
Can I see what exactly is flashing?
Yeah, it looks like a little thing that you could almost see as like a cylinder that's flashing like orange blinking.
That's comms?
I'm pretty sure that's something that shouldn't be blinking. Am I familiar with it at all?
Does it have a label on it?
There's no label.
A key?
You might be able to find the Starship manual for what Roxxie is flying, but this is a little bit more archaic than what you're used to, Sylvia.
I look for a manual. Or we all do, probably.
I will help look for the manual.
Is there like intergalactic AAA on Star? Anything like that?
Maybe in the Praxo system.
Fair enough.
I do have access to sort of an organization-specific long-range comms network, but if I call them about a blinking orange light, you don't want to call them for nothing.
Let's try to find the manual.
Yeah.
All right. So I'm just going to have you roll a base wits, and since Grant said that he was helping in that, you can roll a lend a hand.
Alrighty. That's a 6, so it's a failure on the lend a hand.
So you're like looking, but you're doing it in a way that is like you're trying to get somewhere, and that's right when Vanya's trying to get there, so you just end up going in the way, and then you move something right as Vanya was looking at something, so now where Vanya's place was at, it's no longer there.
Sorry.
Oh, do I get a penalty from that?
Yeah, let's give you a situational -1.
Great, because that makes it a 6.
We're off to a great start.
Man, honestly, I'm not super surprised. Roxxie's fantastic in so many ways, but immediately throwing out of the manual in an act of like preemptive bravado seems pretty on brand.
It's very on brand for Roxxie.
100%, and she has not updated anything in this vessel in quite some time, so I can't even find anything on the net. We could try to contact Ranger and see if he knows something.
Yeah, get him up here.
Please.
Ranger, would you please report to the... We need some assistance, please.
Of course, Miss Sylvia. I am happy to oblige. And you just hear the clanking with the soft trotting of Fido behind him as he kind of looks up, has his like hands on his belt. Just goes, all right, lass, what can I help you with today?
I'm hoping that you would be familiar with this vessel, or at least some function of space travel. What does this light mean?
He leans down and kind of puts his hands to his face and just goes, well, I reckon y'all low on fuel.
Oh my god, it was a focus.
Perfect. Absolutely.
I would have assumed there was a gauge. Is there a gauge?
There is.
Oh.
Oh, well,
Found
yeah, look, there it is. Damn it.
So let's get more fuel.
Yeah.
It
Do
seems
we know
to
where... Oh, go ahead.
it seems to be that Kit fella had didn't even give you a refill before tying me up and trying to wine and dine you.
Man, that guy was just all kinds of asshole, wasn't he?
Just deep and fast and grubby asshole. Cool. I think this is the sensor suite. Do either of you guys know how to work it? I've used one before.
Oh, if we're wanting to send out some drones and try and find a place to refuel, I can definitely do that.
I think that'd probably be best.
I was going to use ship sensors, but yeah, fire away.
Oh, either or. We can use the sensors and the drones. Solve both problems.
I think both would be good. Just hedge our bets and give us as much like range as possible.
Cool.
All right. So that will be a scan your surroundings roll.
And that's a +1 because we're using drones.
Heck yes. Love some teamwork. That's a 5.
The dice
back,
love the
y'all.
score.
The dice sure are interesting. I'm going to use 2 of my inspiration points, or at least bump it up to a 7, so we have something.
Vanya's back, y'all.
Yep.
As long as we get the ship in one piece to where we need to go, we'll be fine.
By the end of the season, Vanya will be in the advanced upgrades.
Yeah, but I mean, to be fair, this is the first time y'all are operating Roxxie's ship. So on a 7 to 9, you can ask 2 of these questions. Does anything look out of place? Are there any dangers? What's the best escape route? What's the best way in? How can I best survive? What's most vulnerable to me? I can modify things to be more like, what's the best escape route to, hey, where's the best place I need gas?
Yeah, where's the nearest gas station?
All right. And then, do you have anything else that you want to ask?
Any dangers?
So where you are is what's called deep space, which is the set of planets, which is Tyrius, Aethra, and Antheus. And really, the big thing there is there are faction areas that you want to avoid because the Golden Reapers or the Oligarchy would not like a ship unannounced in their territory. So as long as you can make a route around those areas, you should be okay. To reach the place where that's closest to get gas is called Freedom Franks. It looks to be a moon base. And Sylvia, you actually recognize this place. It's a gas station, convenience store, firework vendor.
Oh, Freedom Franks. I actually know him.
Great.
Should we be worried?
Well, it's a nice refueling station as far as I'm aware. He also sells a lot of fireworks.
He sells fireworks in the same area where he sells highly flammable fuel.
Yeah, I got several. I had to pay for some delivery fees, but they were good fireworks. Big explosions. Very nice.
Yeah, I'll bet. Cool, great.
Who? I guess you buy them.
Yes.
But just for fun?
Yeah.
Just for...
Well, that, and we also use them in the arena.
See, that makes sense to me. Absolutely. You want to do like an announcement as your fighter's coming out. But
exactly.
Does this guy supply the arena?
Well, not the entire arena.
And who else is buying fireworks?
Fellow entrepreneurs of explosions?
There are probably a lot of backwater plants around here that want something to celebrate.
Yeah. And I'm actually now seeing it. If the was it the Gold Company?
The Golden Reapers.
The Golden Reapers, if they bring in like a giant space shark, they'd probably want to celebrate that. Could see that.
They want to celebrate anything they do. They're very up their own ass. They're good, but they're up their own ass.
You know, I find us agreeing pretty frequently.
I know it's getting scary.
Yeah, I'm worried. Yeah. Let's set a course for Freedom Front.
Great. So, as you're able to maneuver, definitely avoiding the moon where Windfall is, because you don't want all those wannabe corpos on your ass in space. And Sylvia, you get a little bit sense of nostalgia, and you can see Ranger and Fido looking out as well, because this was the planet that did that Yana Station did orbit. But Aethra has many moons, and you end up going to one that was more or less on the other side of the rotation, and just built right into this small rock. Like you can see the whole surface. It's about maybe the size of like a large garage. Is a building situated with a little landing pad, some refueling stuff, and a big glowing sign that's almost like taking up too much space that just says Freedom Franks, Fuel and Fireworks.
Great. Do we want to buy some fireworks over here?
I mean, when Roxxie comes back, she might be appreciative. She likes to make an entrance.
Honestly, yeah, that's fair.
And it could coax her out of her room. She's been... Yeah.
I mean, I'm pretty sure explosions would coax anyone out of any place.
That's a good point.
It's true.
Setting off fireworks in front of her door. I mean, she'd come out to be angry.
But she would be out.
But she would be out. All right.
Well, depending on how much of my stuff she's been taking, she's been hitting some of my harder products a little bit heavily lately.
So we should get the colorful kind.
I mean, I figured we were going to do that anyway.
Fair
We
enough.
should also probably, like, actually check on her.
I've been trying to. At least I do know at least that she's been eating and taking drugs.
Okay. I mean, my vendors were always communal, but I get it. I'm sorry, what's your robot's name again? Ranger?
Ranger?
Perfect. Excellent. Yeah. Let's park.
Okay, dokie, partner. Can do. And yeah, Ranger will definitely land the ship onto its pad. It seems to be you've probably made the best choice to who could be the emergency pilot. Meanwhile, you hear Gordon in the background. Well, guys, I'm Technicolor now. I don't know what's going on. I'm seeing pretty things.
Shit, he got into the hallucinogens. Okay, I'm gonna handle that.
That... hallucinogens.
Can you just, like, lock him in a jar?
I tried. He seeps out.
It's also, like, pretty strong. Like, weirdly.
Yeah, right?
Yeah.
Slurfishes are the glass cannons of the universe. Very easy to kill, but very hard to get there.
Mm-hmm.
But, all right. As you land, you see a burly kind of portly man come out. He's got this like big bushy beard, wearing kind of flannel and brown pants with a big belt buckle and a cowboy hat, and looks just like, well, I'll be. Who is like, is that who I think is visiting right now?
Now, who do you think it would be, Frank?
Well, y'all coming in a new kind of ship, so I thought maybe you get some big payday, because you ain't coming in one of them savage ones anymore. Ain't everything good with them?
Yeah, doing well. Had a little incident with one of the bots that I still need to fix, but I'm working on it, and but we need some fuel and
Whoa.
pickup.
Sylvia, are you telling me you're the reason why Kilotron has not been reinstated in the arena yet?
About that, possibly.
Ooh.
Boo, Sylvia, boo.
Well, you know what?
I'm working on improvements, though. That's why I needed to get out and travel a bit.
All right, well, Daddy's got a betting issue, so you gotta get on that because I lost a lot of money on that fight, and I have not had a chance to recover it yet.
Let's just put it this way: when he comes back, he's a sure thing.
All right, I'll hold you to that one, but you're not here for that. You're here for fuel and fireworks. Why else would you come to Frank's?
Absolutely.
For sure.
Well, I can get you on the fuel. The fireworks, that might be an issue, though.
What do you mean?
Here, I'll get you set up and just come into the shop, get some snacks, and I'll tell you the story.
Free snacks.
I'm sure Gordon
Alright.
would be appreciative of snacks at this moment.
Yeah, we might want to throw just like a large portion of meat at him. He's probably going to get the munchies.
I've never been so hungry in my life. I want
Yes,
to
you
consume.
Yep. See, if you got anything, just like a large portion of something that he might digest slowly, then that'd be best.
No sugar, though, please. No sugar.
That thing human or Xenos?
Swordfish.
Oh, yeah, I'll get you a ball of granite.
There we go.
Did he say granite?
Yeah.
Oh. I guess all the starfishes I knew mostly drank. So,
Well, yeah, they're trying to avoid drying out, but yeah, they're depending on where they come from, most of them are very strong acid inside.
cool. Also, hello, sir. I'm Vanya. Nice to meet you.
He offers like a handshake. And as you grip it, it's like a really, really strong handshake, enough to like feel your bones crunch. He goes, "Freedom, Frank. Let you have you right out here. Don't get many void singers this way."
Yeah, no. It's interesting to get out this far.
Yeah, well,
Hopefully we can change that.
I don't want to scare you, but there's a lot of bright lights and colors out here.
That's I can handle.
All right.
Fact, I
then.
miss. All right.
So as you enter inside, it is pretty much everything you'd expect for just a personal run gas station. There's a counter. There's like shelves with some snacks, and what can be best described is on Earth would think of us as like a slushy machine, but all the kind of substances in here are like different like vapors and weird colors and whatnot. So it almost looks between a drink mix between a drink machine and a hookah bar. But to you guys, that's normal. And then, yep.
You know, if you want, I can probably hook something up to those to make people have like lowered inhibitions where they want to spend more.
Ooh, wait a second. You do chems and stuff?
Oh yeah, that's my bread and butter.
Oh, I knew you from somewhere. I saw you about a few years ago on the TV with Kirk Quasar.
Yeah, that was me.
Oh man, whatever happened to you? Oh right, yeah, the whole controversy.
Yeah. That.
Man. Well, I'm gonna get some now, and then we can try out modifications after.
Yeah, probably for the best.
Yeah.
Cool.
And were you interested in
Green,
helping with
blue,
my firework
more
issue?
green.
Yeah, I think that we're generally happy to help out a friend of a friend.
Yeah, what's going on with your fireworks?
Somebody take them.
Well, it's a little shameful, but Freedom Frank's fireworks aren't going up.
I think we have medicine for that too.
Yeah, well, I want to talk to a medical professional about that.
Why would you talk a medical professional? I'm just saying that my fireworks aren't exploding right.
Oh, okay. Never mind.
Do go on.
Well, I've been, making my shipment of fireworks, unleashing my load on people, and, they're just, leaving bad reviews, like, Frank, these fireworks fire off in a second. It's no good, or, Frank, it's, not, like, they're not going off. Well, what's going on here? And then, it's like...
Too sticky. Don't go straight up.
You know what I mean, So do you know what's wrong with them then? I need care for my fireworks.
I just looked at Sylvia and I'm just like, how has no one like hired this man as on a comedy tour?
He's not great at delivery.
Oh no, I think he's the best at delivery.
Apparently, it's not the delivery that's the problem.
Well,
But
he
there's
did mention it's a little bit premature at times.
Yeah. You know?
Just have to tell him it's never happened before.
Every time. That's what you say. That said, I think our doctor can take a look at it.
Mechanic or fire... Yeah, just, my box of fireworks are over there. And,
I will go and take a look at them just to see if maybe it's something like internal.
All right. So, what exactly are you doing to examine the fireworks?
I would just take one. It's just like, do you mind if I like open one so that way I can look at the actual like explosives inside and make sure there's not something going wrong with them. Looking at it from like a chemistry perspective.
Oh yeah, go for it.
Cool. And he is going to just like just carefully open one to check like the substances used, whether it be like gunpowder or some sort of chemical reaction to cause the various explosion, especially given like chemical reaction to create different colors of explosion, that kind of thing.
Sylvia, I know you're very clever. Help me find a way to turn what Grant is doing into a take your pants off joke. I'm struggling. I feel like it's there, but I can't find it.
Here you go. I have to think on that one.
All right, we'll come back to this.
He's got to really undress to look deep inside.
Yep. We might have to strip them for parts.
As they're doing that, I'll give you a wits roll with a +1 because you're doing chemistry stuff.
Awesome. That'd be a 13.
So with a 13, it doesn't take you long to realize that either through production malfunction or potential sabotage, you don't really know the story, but a lot of the rope parts, it looks like there's some sort of waxy substance that's been applied to them that's making it not burn right.
So someone's sabotaging the actual like wicks.
Yeah.
Fuses. Well, I can see one of the major problems you got here. Someone's fucking with your fuses.
With my fuses?
Yeah. It's causing them to not burn right, so they go off too early, too late, just a complete shit show.
Yeah. Who would want to mess with Freedom Frank? It's freedom for sake. That's the Frontier's motto. Probably the damn oligarchs.
That would make sense. Or if you had any other like business rivals, anyone else who might be trying to sell fireworks out in this sector of the frontier.
Well, there is Liberty Larry.
Oh. Does he like to pop off too?
This stuff's junk.
Have you ever like had a competition
Yeah, is his junk better or worse than yours?
Now, my junk's way bigger than his. We can make the bigger explosions.
What about the delivery? Is it a larger package or?
Of course it is. Everything's bigger with Freedom Frank.
Love to hear it. Love to hear it. But just to be sure, we might have to go inspect what Larry's got.
No, you don't need to go looking at Larry's junk. That's weird. All I'm gonna do is this pops like a few things on his data pad. There's a bounty on Larry now.
Oh.
And if I was thinking of any excuse to put a bounty on him and corporate sabotage, that's a great one. So you guys just gave me a reason to off my competition. You know, it's a quick way to get him off my planet.
But what happens if he wasn't the one sabotaging you?
Yeah, we'll cross that bridge when we get there, but that's one business rival gone.
It's true.
Efficient. But you know what I'm hearing? Payday.
Sure.
Yeah.
You have a few of some of the best bounty hunters here. So.
Yeah, I mean,
if you send that contract through.
Oh, just put it on the bounty board.
Okay. All right.
So,
you guys want to go blow a guy up?
Always.
Absolutely.
Right, and I do mean up, just to be clear.
Yep, the up is important.
Yeah,
of course.
right.
His fireworks never go up properly.
1 in 4 men. You know? Well, hey. If... I guess we can discuss that after. But how much is he offering?
Yeah, I don't have much to offer. It's only like 200 cred. But you know what I say is it's the main things, and I'll throw in a free box of fireworks. You guys just have to know how to de-wick or whatever. But you know what? With that being said, for transactions, I'll give you your fuel on the house, and I remember we were talking a bit about Kirk Quasar. So I'm going to show you, because I'm still listening to his stuff. He's have you been listening to Kirk Quasar in the past few years?
Lost track.
Well, yeah, he's kind of gone through a whole rebranding thing, you know, after kind of taking your side on everything. He kind of lost his credibility as well, but I still think he's producing the best stuff he ever has. Like, he's now really speaking the truth. He's not like catering to the people. He is speaking the truth of the frontier. So let me turn on some Kirk Quasar for you.
Oh.
Is that freedom and justice truth, or we're all doomed truth?
Oh,
or
it's
like the aliens are taking my toast truth.
Or the Xenos are taking our jobs truth.
Yes, know that. And as Frank turns on the radio, you just hear, hello, it's like, this is Kirk Quasar and Kirk Quasar's Inquisition. I'm just saying,
Catchy.
We cannot look aside what's happening here. Killatron defeated, over half of Dusty Springs turned up dead, and now Arctix 5 has experienced its first power outage in 90 years. This, my Inquisitors, is a conspiracy at hand. I am telling you, body swappers are real and being put into the frontier by the Corpos. In the Praxo system, I betcha that's what's happening in the black box. They clone their sleeper agents and kill the host, and now they are taking action. We will not let corporate body doubles steal our hard work. And Frank turns off the radio. He's like, "You see what I mean? Good stuff. You ain't body swappers, are you?"
Not last I checked.
No, not at all.
But would we know if we were?
Oh, man. All right, you guys.
Would you?
You guys go do whatever you need to do. I gotta keep listening to Kirk, because he might tell me how I can figure out if I'm a body swapper.
If he finds a way, absolutely, yeah. You have to tell us.
Yes, please let us know.
All right. But I trust y'all aren't corpos or anything.
Oh,
No,
Good,
they're
good.
sort of diametrically opposed to my belief system, so
You're walking a fine line, Voidy.
yeah, it's a line we can all hang on to and get pulled out of desperation and sadness. So now I'm gonna go kill a guy.
All right. So with that, you get your free box of dysfunctional fireworks and gas.
perfect.
Excellent.
So now that we're out of Freedom Franks, did anyone catch on that
That we're body swappers?
that we were kind of the subject at hand, so to speak?
You mean that this reporter is seeing all the shit that we've gotten up to and saying conspiracy?
Yeah.
Yeah.
He used to be so normal when I knew him. Poor guy.
You knew a normal person?
Normal's relative, but yeah, he actually was just a decent reporter. And well, looks like taking my side has kind of fucked him over a bit.
Yeah. Obviously, I don't mean to be rude or pry or anything, but your side on what?
Yeah, I'm curious about that as well.
I was pretty into station politics a couple years ago, so the rest of the galaxy sort of.
Yeah, it's fair. I'm actually from Antheus.
Oh, good.
Me and my parents were researchers there. My parents are actually the first ones to make a habitat that broke off from the Arctic Corporation.
Mm-hmm.
And you know how I'm really good at making drugs of any kind, enhancers, downers, uppers, adrenal, anything.
Yeah, you're fucking great.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah, I was really good. And then people started making knockoffs. And then my name went to shit. Because these knockoffs were very close to and used the same names to the point where everyone started thinking that I was basically poisoning the entirety of the station.
But they were chemically different. Why would they not take your side?
Because people were too busy losing their minds, having their eyes turn ice blue, dying, having severe health issues from the knockoffs.
Wait,
I work to minimize side effects, and they almost seem to maximize them.
the Blue Eyes Plague was you?
Derivatives of my works.
I mean, yeah, but you were, because I didn't hear, no disrespect, I didn't hear about you specifically, but I heard about a station going, and Blue Eyes Plague was sort of the thing. It was like, hey, if you get drugs and your eyes go blue, find out where you got them and stop that production. It was a thing in the club scene for a little while.
Yeah, that was Becker 1, our habitat.
Holy.
This
Wow.
is news to me, but that sounds terrifying.
I'm sorry
Yeah.
that happened.
It's in the past, so I just moved on. It's a lot easier working for people that almost expect bad shit to happen, and then when it doesn't, it's just a nice little bonus.
Yeah.
Well, at least through all of it, you have one ally. Even if he's a little gone now with his escape podcast.
Yeah, I really... Man, 7 years must have been really rougher on him than it was on me then.
Well, you were high for big chunks of it, right?
I was high for at least at the beginning, and then I stopped taking my own products because I figured that was bad business practice.
Yeah, I imagine that helped a little. Yeah. Anyway, do we want this guy actually sabotaged the fireworks, or do we just want to blow him up and get on with our day?
I mean, we can probably work to figure out if he did it and then
the first
kill
one.
him anyway. Yeah, I mean, we can figure out what happened, but I mean, if the bounty's on him, the bounty's on him.
Yeah, for sure.
Exactly. We should definitely figure out if he's not the one to figure out, find out who it truly is, so Frank doesn't have any more issues.
And then we also get rid of his business rival, so that way all the business for fireworks goes to him anyway.
Exactly.
Yeah. Plus,
we have to ensure
Waxwick
Frank delivers efficient loads.
Yeah, and Waxwick is nasty. That was also going around raves for a while.
I had nothing to do with that shit.
Ranger, get us out of here before we make more jokes.
Understood. And you are to follow the bounty.
Yep, to a Liberty Larry?
Oh, Liberty Larry's firework food truck.
It's a truck?
Yeah, well, you know, there was the small spaceships that are kind of designed for cargo, but not like the big cargo ships.
Oh yeah, like
to be fair, I mean,
yeah.
Sure.
To be fair, having a food truck is probably a lot safer than having fireworks the same place where you have your fuel. But whatever.
Listen, Frank wants to go as he's lived, explosively.
Prematurely.
All over people's faces.
A little bit here, a little bit there.
A little bit everywhere.
All right. Well, good news. I have gotten the coordinates on the food truck, and it does seem to be he is between Antheus and Aethra, so he is right on our route.
Perfect.
Delightful.
Let's go.
All right. As you guys race forwards, eventually you see the ping on your screen. While your ship isn't the largest, this looks very compact. Like, definitely only fits one person driving it. It looks like it has kind of like the hub where he's flying, and then the back is a lot more rectangular, like a cargo ship, as he's just trucking his way through the stars.
I hail him.
Should we just... yeah.
Just act like we're coming in to buy. And if he complains about his fireworks, then sounds weird.
And we
And if he
investigate.
doesn't-
And then kill him.
Yeah. Beep boop beep.
Hello, Liberty Larry's. How can I help you?
Hi. Yeah. We're out here having a little party, and we heard we could get fireworks from you. Mind if we pull up alongside and come over?
Oh yeah, sure thing. You can get some right here. Best ones out in the deep space.
Awesome. I heard there was another guy, Freedom something, but you're here, so
Hey, well, you know my name and you don't know his, so that's what matters.
yeah, absolutely. Yeah,
All right.
we'll pull up.
So you see,
Minus
he's
something
like,
here.
it's like lanky man. Almost looks like someone just like stretched him out like a string bean with like a receding hairline, scruffy beard, and he kind of puts his arm out. It's like, So you want to order some fireworks?
Yeah, we'd like to take a look, see what you got. That's all right.
Hey, be my guest. Let's like pop open that trunk and look inside the baby.
Doc?
I will go ahead and pop open the trunk. And I'm also going to be looking at the wicks to see if they have a similar issue.
Nope. These look like to be perfectly fine fireworks.
Perfect.
So, we good?
Yeah, they look to be really high quality. No issues with anything, not even the wicks.
So, what was your name again?
Liberty Larry, don't forget it.
Larry, right.
No. My first name is Liberty.
All right. Liberty. Yeah. So you and Freedom Frank, you're like competing, is that right?
Whoa. I thought you didn't know who that man.
Well, I kind of lied about that so we could get face to face. Because
I'm not really liking where this is going.
He had some sabotage. He thinks you did it. It'd be really cool if you just apologized and we could all call it a day.
No, that man is ruining my business. Ever since he set up Freedom Franks with his not on go thing, he's been able to get more clientele because they know where he is. I mean, I can deliver anywhere. He's got to hire. It's stupid, but no, I didn't sabotage him. Why would I do that? Except for all the reasons I just gave you why I would do that.
Yeah, there was a lot of motive in that explanation.
I would like to use a class ability.
All right, what would you like to do?
It's called Know the Tells. I make a wits roll. On a 10 plus, I ask 2 questions. On a 7 to 9, I ask 1. And it includes things like, do reactions seem odd? Do I notice nervous tics? How do I earn their trust?
Go for it.
Couple little envoy social tricks. Okay. There we go, a 9.
I'm going to use my last inspiration point to bump it up to a 10.
Sweet.
All right. So now you can ask these 2 questions. So, does the gestures match the words? Do I notice any nervous tics? Do any reactions seem odd? And how can I earn their trust?
Yeah, let's go with the first and the last. Do his gestures match his words? And how do I earn his trust?
No, he as you can see, he seems to be backpedaling. He definitely doesn't seem to be completely like he has a relaxed like way of speaking, but his body is definitely having that like motions where he's trying to like backpedal what he meant. How can I earn his trust? Buy fireworks from him. This, you know, if you buy it and leave, then he'll feel a lot more comfortable.
Okay. But he's backpedaling because
of all the incriminating things he had just said.
Yeah, fair. All right. Cool. So, Liberty, Mr. Larry.
Yep.
Who do you think would sabotage random fireworks stand / gas station out here in the real far end of the galaxy, if not the person whose business was cut into, and she has a personal problem with the proprietor, and is clearly mobile, knows how they work.
Well, there, you're losing a lot of big words right now. But I mean, them oligarchs over at Windfall probably having noise complaints. They file them here or there, but I can move, though they don't file them on me. But he's off on one of them moons. They can probably hear him over on their moon.
Ignoring for a second that there's no noise in space.
I'll lean over to Vanya. It's like, Frank did mention the oligarchs as possible suspects.
It's true.
And Liberty, have you always been on poor terms with Frank?
I mean, I never knew that bastard until he opened up that business.
Have you ever reached out as a friend? It seems like you both have something great going on, and if you partnered together, you would make a lot more money. You obviously have a spacefaring vessel. You could deliver fireworks everywhere, and if you have a location like Frank's, working together, you'd make a lot more money.
You could also find you easier.
You could also get access to a lot of the snacks and stuff that he sells, and use them for like catering services too.
Plus fuel.
And fuel, yeah.
Roll me a chat 'em up, and one of you guys can do a lend of hand if you want to.
Chat 'em up. That's a
suave.
Right? Yeah.
I have a +1 to suave.
I do too.
I have a plus nothing, so you know.
Yeah, I think I'll support you.
I'm gonna need it.
Best of luck.
That's a 6 that I have right now.
So you need at least a 7 to get it up there.
A 7.
Yes.
Hey. So, as you make this argument, you just All right. Well, how about this? If we do this and make this partnership work or whatever, you have to sponsor our business. You guys are flying about, going to who knows where. Make sure you put in. We'll get back to you on that name. But if we don't see that sponsorship, I'll put a bounty on y'all.
Well, I do work for an arena that we get fireworks all the time, so that could easily be arranged.
I think we can absolutely put like a logo of your joint company on the side of the ship.
And if I ask nicely, possibly on Kilotron.
Ooh. You've heard of Kilotron, right?
Yeah, I've heard Kilotron's been out of commission for over a week now.
He will be coming back, I assure you.
Man, I'm so glad my bosses aren't mad at me.
All right, yeah, he can't. He's got to start coming soon, fast enough, because I can't wait.
A lot of people can't wait for him to come.
All right then. And as he waves off and goes on his way, you've now solved the fireworks dispute. All that's left is getting to Antheus and seeing what that distress signal is about.
We're not going to go find the oligarchs and beat them up.
I mean, he didn't put out a bounty on the oligarchs.
Yeah, but we have to know which one. We can't just say, bring us an oligarch. There's going to be tons of them.
Mind you, the oligarchs is a alliance of 5 different corporations.
Okay, so it would take some time.
I don't think we have the money to outcompete them.
It's not all about money. Sometimes it's about how you use it.
Okay, but I also don't want to go up against 5 larger corporations, all for 200
You've
credits.
never been in a 5-on-1?
Not for 200 credits.
Very reasonable. Honestly, 200's a little low to take on that many people at once.
Too many angles to cover for 200 credits.
Yeah.
You'll always be caught out of position.
Could really get messy. You have to like bring equipment and like coordinate other people. There'd be a snack bar involved for sure. Yeah, we should probably just move on.
Yeah, I think we should go.
Agreed.
All
Also,
right.
Game Master, you can't get that face because you started this.
I know. I
100% you started.
I
You
opened the
planted the
forbidden door.
seed. You planted the seed and it has grown into a bunch of seed-based jokes.
Now hopefully Frank and Larry can solve their seed problem.
This is why I can't give you guys anything nice.
That's true. This is all on us.
Hey, this just shows that we can bring peace and love and not just death.
Yeah.
All right. So
I also send a text to Freedom Frank, just like, hey, he's not the guy. Probably cancel that bounty. In case someone else tries to collect.
all right. So you're now on your way to Antheus when you start picking up on your sensors something off, and Ranger just goes, I am detecting there is a large storm rolling on through the atmosphere of Antheus. Likely one of them mega blizzards going on. I cannot find a safe landing point near Arctix 5.
Is there anywhere else to land?
Looking through, there's one more settlement. The closest one, it is called Becker 1.
Yeah, that one's generally safe to land on.
Are they gonna grant us access?
You're funny.
I'm in a mood now.
Are you going to be okay?
I mean, I'm pretty sure that my parents are still in charge of the place, so I probably won't get strung up immediately. But yeah, I think I'll be okay. I'll handle it.
We're here if you need us. I am. I don't want to volunteer you. But
Yeah, it's all good. Yeah.
Right. As you descend into Antheus, it is like day and night from the previous planet you were on, where you were getting used to all the brown and orange hues of the desert and the hot beating UV rays of Odyssey on you guys. You are now immediately blinded in sheer whites and blues. You have pieces of hail hitting against the ship. Hopefully leaves no dents on the tour bus, but things don't quite clear yet. Where you would normally be able to see, it is a complete whiteout, and the only way you know you landed is when you feel the big thump as the ship hits the landing pad. We have arrived to the landing base of Becker 1.
I
On you.
can't see 5 feet in front of the ship.
Yeah, you get used to that. I usually just run by little locator pings, and he'll just like look at his little handheld computer and pull back up a very old app that he hasn't activated in a while to keep track of like the walkway or the landing pad into the habitat proper.
Yep, and it is still active, so you still will get your path in.
I'll lead the way.
Alright.
Just stay really, really close.
Okay.
Also, if you have any other layers, you might want to throw those on. Even inside the habitat, it's pretty fucking frigid.
Got it.
There you go.
Right. And as this happens, you see your other companions around. I fear if I go out there, that would be quite bad for my circuitry. And Gordon's, well, yeah, I'm not really supposed to be exposed to cold, so
Yeah.
we can stay here and guard Roxxie until she gets out of whatever she's doing.
Yeah, that'd be great. I don't want you
For sure.
freezing on our account.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you turn out to be a slime sickle, so let's not do that.
We've had enough talk about people getting hard today, so.
Oh no, I die. Like I wouldn't get if I
Yeah, he
freeze,
would
I
just-
die.
Straight up die, so let's not do that.
The joke police now?
Only on this planet.
All right. So as you guys suit up and gear up to go to Grant's childhood home. So Grant, you are now at the doorway of Becker 1. How are you feeling?
Shitty, mostly. Kind of like I want to throw up a little bit, but mostly just taking a few deep breaths and taking another one of the tablets that I have that helps to calm my nerves before I would use my access codes to enter Becker 1.
All right. As you enter, it looks like they've converted the atrium. It's no longer the store, but more like a really nice kind of living room, like a waiting area. There's more kind of seatings and furnishings. It's a lot more lavish and cozy for like a retired couple. But the major thing that you notice is the heat isn't working. Normally you could step in and go into your regular layers, but it is just as cold as it is outside in here.
Huh. Heat should be on. I'm going to see if I still have access to the security system and see if like my parents are still around here.
Yeah, it looks like your parents are just watching the old telly in their bedroom.
You two mind staying down here for a second? I'm gonna see if I can't talk to my parents for a second.
Yeah,
Sure.
of course.
And Grant will head on up to the bedroom.
Right. And yet the door is open, and your mom looks over, and you see that your dad was snoozing a bit. So she was like, Thomas, look who's home. And just, did I take too much of those chems again? Because I see Grant right there. So he is right here. And and she goes and stands up, and you see your father go slide into his wheelchair, and they kind of come over to greet you and say, Grant, what brought you here? And you see they're both fully dressed in complete winter attire, as if they're very aware and prepared for the cold that they're experiencing right now.
Well, I'm with a crew, and we were headed this way to handle something. Are you guys okay? Why is the heat off?
Oh, it's a little much. Is your crew the kind that's good at handling situations?
Depends on the situation, but generally, yeah. What's the matter?
Here, we'll go to the living room. I'll go tell you.
Yeah, okay. And he will lead the way, and but he'll help his dad with the wheelchair, most.
As you go and offer, he waves like, "No need, son. Look what I got now." And he presses a button, and right above the wheels, these metal like spider like legs come out and prop himself up, and he can walk around with the big metal legs. It actually looks much like a larger version of Sylvia's backpack legs.
Dad, I told you 7 years ago that would be nightmare fuel, and it's still kind of nightmare fuel, but it's also kind of cool, so I'll let it slide.
Look, I'm what, like 62 now. I can do what I want. You can't tell me what to do, son.
Oh, shit, you're right, I guess. Fair enough. And he'll just smile a little bit for probably the first time in a bit. And we'll lead the way.
All right. So, Vanya, Sylvia, you see two people look about their late 50s, early 60s. The woman looking very well dressed up that you can't see too much, but she's a shorter woman with, a tied back graying bun, and a more jolly fellow in his spider chair, I should suppose. I was like doing this little leg crawl thing on its way down here. Oh, so these are your friends. It's an interesting character. And then,
hello,
and
Mr. and Mrs. Becker. It's lovely to meet you.
You too. And he looks to Sylvia and then back to Nora, and then just you should ask him. So she goes, "So, Grant, did you get your spacer wife?"
No, just friends.
But is she single?
Yes.
How?
Not what we're looking for here.
Okay, but just saying, like, what kind of cybernetics does she have access to?
You'd have to really ask her. That's more just her department in general.
Hi, Nora Becker, by the way. It's a pleasure to meet you. And she faces to Sylvia.
It's a pleasure to meet you too.
And then
Nora,
Thomas,
why don't we make some tea real quick, and I'll tell you all about her.
oh, that sounds lovely.
Sophia's given a side eye.
We've been in this room for 30 seconds. I've completely abandoned you. I'm on the parents' side.
All right. So, is he gonna chat with Nora? Thomas kind of goes over. So, you're asking about the whole weather situation, right?
Yeah, why is the heat off?
So you probably hear about the power outage at Arctics, I'm guessing.
Yeah, has that even reached all the way out here?
Well, yeah, yes and no. There was a big, I guess, an EMP flare or something, but it took out a lot of things, but we were able to get our generators up. It's the weird thing with Arctics is that they didn't, and, they're a big science base, but we're not really fit to investigate that. But unfortunately, during our brief power outage, the Frostbiters came in.
Do I know what the Frostbiters are from my time on Antheus? Or is this new?
This is new.
Oh, the Frostbiters.
Oh, right. So you remember the blue-eyed plague?
Yeah.
Well, apparently, long-term side effects cause their bodies to replicate the same stage as complete full body frostbite. And I guess their thing is it's a lot harder for them to feel any warmth, so they tend to raid people's places for all heating technology.
Never warm again. Fuck. Where are the Golden Boys? Why aren't they taking care of this shit? Why are they holding them off? Or they say that all monsters only?
Yeah. It's their, like, well, they're still people, or were once people, and it'd be against their code. It would be bring no honor to kill a frostbiter.
Shitheads.
I mean, they keep the Xeno beasts away, so I can't really complain.
All right. Has the security team been able to stop them at all, or what happened to them?
They were kind of locked inside their building when they had the shutdown. We did get a recording.
Of course. Okay. My crew and I could probably try to figure out what happened at the Arctic space, but honestly, with the fact that they stayed dark and you guys managed to get power back, something tells me that they wanted to stay dark, or at least appear dark.
Well, there's no great way to reach the base right now with the blizzard, but you can probably, I know Nora has the recording, so she can probably get you the lead that you need if you, in the meantime with the frostbiters.
That'd be helpful. Have you heard from Kirk lately? We heard one of his broadcasts, and he sounds different.
Oh yeah, he took a lot of some of our products soon after, when he lost a lot of sponsorships or got a lot of death threats and had some people knocking on his door, and we still turn on his podcast for support, but it's definitely not him anymore. Maybe you could knock some sense into him if it comes to it.
Yeah, I think I'll have to. He was a good guy. He didn't deserve the shit that he got for helping me.
Yeah, well, good luck with that, and I know you can do. You are a smart lad. You've always been really smart. It's in the Becker pool, but you know, being the only child, you got twice the brains as your mother and I.
I don't know about that, but thanks, Dad.
Of course. And go back to, what was Vanya talking to Nora about, or were you just kind of distracted?
Yeah, she's a little bit younger than him, but not like weirdly younger. She is a genius, true tech wizard. I think they'd be great together if they could just get over themselves. What kind of tea do you have?
Oh, I have all kinds of tea. I mostly just use the Earl Greys, but we have, herbal. Well, we have a lot of herbal, but I can't promise that they're regular herbal. They're more medicinal, if you know what I mean.
Well, I have this little bit of lemon extract, which goes really well in tea and is good for fighting off a cold. How about we put a little of that in there and see if we can make some sparks?
Are you? Look, we've been working
with
in the pharmaceutical industry. Yes, but consent. It needs to be natural.
It's just lemon.
Oh. I'm used to it being other substances.
I can understand how, from your perspective, that would a very reasonable miscommunication, Miss Becker. Mrs. So how is it being out here? Seems a little dangerous, but I guess you've got each other, right?
Oh, yeah, it's honestly, a couple of retirees. We've had people working in and out on the habitat. We still have our security, which they're okay. The Reapers keep the Xenobeasts away, and Arctix usually keeps to their own, but having another Void Singer here is a little weird.
I've heard the fellow here is unusual.
Well,
not that we aren't all a little unusual, but
he's not really a Void Singer anymore.
How so?
She takes the recorder that she kind of holds up. It's like, I got this during the time that the Frostbiters broke into our habitat, and right around the time she hits play would be about the time that you guys would be finishing up your conversation with Thomas.
We'll take the tea over to the others and listen to it together.
All right. And it sounds like a lot of muffled crackles, whatever. And then you just hear what Grant can distinctly recognize as Samuel's voice. Just goes, all right. We've done what we need. We need to spread the word. The Harbinger is free now, and we need to get that message planet-wide.
Fuck.
That backstabbing dick whistler. No,
Is that who I thought it was?
Sounds like Singer Samuel.
fucking Samuel.
This we might be able to use this.
How many years did supply that adrenal junkie? Fucking. And he's just like trying not to break anything because it's his parents' house, but he's very much like gripping onto the seat that he's in.
That's good. Junkie's good. Okay. Let me lay out some stuff. Mr. and Mrs. Becker, this is going to sound pretty ridiculous. Feel free to ask questions, but hold for a second. I think our best chance of stopping Admiral Cole, who's a bad guy, is to convince the Void Singers as an organization that this is a real and serious threat that should be addressed quickly. I'm not a super ranking member, so I need a lot of evidence. And one of their own going nuts and spouting what the Admiral has been spouting, either recorded, probably recorded if he's trying to broadcast it to the planet, it'd really help with that. If we can get him on camera doomsaying, I feel like that could be really helpful. After which, preferably we capture him. Very reasonably, we don't.
No, I mean, you do what you need to do. It's honestly none of our business as long as we still stay safe here and our Grant here isn't getting into too much danger, but seems to be he's been faring all right. But I do worry about my dear friend Kirk, though. If communication is what they need, he has the only broadcast tower on the whole planet.
Yeah.
That's what I was thinking.
All right. Then hang the labs. We get to that tower. We find the road Void Singer. Preferably we get whatever he's got, and then we make sure. It is incumbent upon me as a representative of this organization to ensure that a rogue member caused no more harm. I accept this responsibility in presence of witnesses.
Sounds like an adventure. And then Thomas wakes up. And son, don't worry, bring us a souvenir.
Gladly.
I'm just throwing this out here, but would they mean more comfortable and safer on the ship?
Honestly, I think that I would prefer them getting looked after by a ranger and Gordon than just here. Plus, the ship's warmer, hilariously enough.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking.
How about it, you two? Want to hang out on a starship?
It's been far long since I've been on a starship, but who's this Ranger and Gordon? More of your crew?
New arrivals. Gordon's a really well-known bounty hunter, and Ranger's a friend of Sylvia's, another robotic companion that she's known for a while.
Oh, how exciting. What do you say? We go examine this robot and a famous bounty hunter. Ooh, that's exciting.
And I was going to warn you that he's going to be super high, but I expect you're not unaccustomed to that.
Yeah, he's been getting into a lot more of my liquid hallucinogenics.
Sometimes I like to laugh at the funny green squares.
Yeah, see?
Well, now you get to laugh at a funny green man.
There's a green man. All right, Nora, we are getting on there ASAP.
Yeah,
and he hoists her onto like the back of his chair that like reaches out to like be like a little like almost like motorcycle seat for her as he hurry crawls his way.
Thank you for the tea.
And she just
smells so much.
All right.
Well, as you know, Grant, it's not easy to get to the broadcast tower from where you are.
Nope.
But you do know that the rover is likely still intact.
That's fair. It's been a while since I've had to drive the rover, but I could probably still get us to the tower.
Please don't have us crash.
I mean, when I drove it last time, I didn't have to worry about, well, what do they call them? The Frostbiters? Yeah, I didn't have to worry about those. I just had to worry about, like, the occasional Xenos thing, and the Golden Boys took care of that shit.
Now, are they saying biters or spiders? Like the
Biters.
insects?
Like, actual, like those who have frostbite.
Okay, just making sure, because that'd be a terrifying transformation from human to
I think if
spider.
there were frost spiders, then the Golden Boys would actually do something about it.
Yeah, that's a whole different planet.
They're still human.
I mean, what happens if they were like human with spider-like limbs, like with that?
Right, I'm saying that's a thing on a different planet.
Yeah, that's fair.
That exists?
You didn't hear about this?
No.
There's a whole colony just turned into spider people overnight.
All right, are we going to go ahead and get a move on?
Yeah, I think we should not dwell on that, honestly.
Right. As you get to the old rover, you find that your dad's made a little bit of tune-ups since then. Particularly, there is now a turret mounted on the top.
God damn, Dad. Is the turret like a solid projectile thrower with ammo, or is it just like an energy turret?
It's a physical turret. It's not anything like super fancy science, but you just see like inscribed. It says "My Magnum Opus TB," so you may guess that this was built on a bit of an influence.
Ah. Dad got into the more creative side of things again during one of his parties.
Did you have a drug that... Sorry, go ahead.
No, I think we were about to ask similar questions.
Yeah, you have a drug that makes them get creative and inventive?
Different kinds of highs, just things that affect different parts of the brain. It's all chemistry.
Remind me to talk to you later. I might need to pick something.
Yeah, I got you.
Yeah, if we get into it, actually, once we get up there, you have something that makes you both more personally forceful and maybe with a looser connection to reality. I've been practicing my telekinesis, and I feel like that would be helpful.
I'll see what I can do. It would probably take me a little while. It's not something I can really do on the fly too much.
Fair enough.
If I make things on the fly, it's usually something to explode.
We may need that too. Being realistic, we may need to destroy the tower.
I'd really rather not. That's basically all Kirk has left after I fucked over his life.
But as long as the tower is there, Cole will be attempting to get it.
Well, as I said, I need to preferably subdue, probably kill Samuel. And I mean, we'll play it how it goes down, but it looks better for me and for my fellow singers if it is me that does it. Sort of, we handle our own kind of thing.
Yeah, I get you.
I have no problem with that.
I'll definitely help you out with that, though, because I get the feeling that this is not the first time he's fucked over my family. And no, you don't do that. You don't get to continue with that.
Look on the bright side. It's going to be the last.
It's true enough.
Should we get in gear?
Let's go. And Grant will hop onto the rover and make sure that everything is still like actually working fine. That it wasn't just like my magnum opus where he actually like cut the brake lines or something.
No, he actually is a very good mechanic. With all said, so it is still working fine.
Okay, good.
Still, I feel like the gun is your thing. Am I right about that?
Yeah, it's not my thing.
I can give it a whirl. I typically prefer things hands-on or explosive, but this'll do.
Alright.
Off we go.
All right. So, as you are driving down, you're making a good distance for that you can guess. Really, everything is still just a squall, and out of what seems to be the blue is another strange color rolls up to you as you spot a new rover that gets getting close enough for you to get a glimpse of what it is. And it is coded in the black and red tones of Savage Incorporated.
What the actual fuck is Savage doing here?
Good question.
Is that your previous bosses?
Yeah.
Do you want to talk to him?
They may not be happy about it, but yeah, sure.
I'll try to open up communications then.
Okay. And you do get the response. Oh, I was just about to do that for you lot. So, you got a pocket or what? Because we got some stuff to talk about.
Yeah, probably should.
Probably.
Yeah.
All right.
Don't want to get on their bad side.
Yep.
So as you hit the brakes, you see the savage rover kind of swings around and parks like at a T shape in front of you guys in case like you want to pull a fast one and go forwards.
Mm-hmm.
And see, opening the hatch is a well-muscled man with kind of like sandyish brown hair and a big kind of bushy walrus mustache, dressed fully for Arctic exploration, as what almost looks to be like a tranquilizer gun on his back. And he motions up. Second person is a auburn-headed woman with kind of neatly tied back, wearing the golden armor of the Reapers. And he's like, all right then, let's parlay. Come out here, the cold is a bit nippy, but we can handle it. I know you can too. Don't worry, all the beasties will be taken care of by Thresher, so you don't got to worry about nothing.
Okay. And he, Grant will step out and just look back to Sylvia a little bit. You want to stay on the gun just in case?
I'd rather not make them angry, but I can if you want me to.
Unless
an
they call
idea.
you off. Just say.
Okay, I'll stay back.
I have an idea.
Okay.
Yeah, Vanya will step out too. Hello.
Oi, you got how many y'all in there?
A couple. I'm
Alright, well,
Vanya with the Void Singers.
I can tell.
Thank you. Listen, we'd love to talk. We're on our urgent way to local communications relay. It'll be a lot warmer there. Is this a conversation we can have indoors? We'll stay right with you. No intention of running.
Well, see, the funny thing is, the conversation's about the tower.
Oh, you have an interest in it?
Well, we're tracking the same thing, aren't we? Because you got no other way of going there unless you try and get some frostbiters, right?
Yes, absolutely.
Great. Well,
Hunting the local wildlife, so to speak.
no, we're not hunting them.
Oh,
See, they call me Carrick the Catcher. I bring in new inhabitants for the arena, and those frostbiters seem like a nasty bunch. So I want me some of them. And if you're going to be trying to get the frostbiters for yourself, then well, that's going to be an issue.
no, we just needed them. They stole some equipment. We were trying to get that back.
Yeah, we just need them out of the way. We don't really need to grab them or anything.
In
Well,
fact, if a telekinetic could help you capture them more easily, I'd be happy to lend my services to your cause.
works for me as long as I get my lot. You can do whatever you want. I just want to make sure that, we're not stepping on each other's toes or anything.
I'd shake your hand, but I'd have to walk further into this wind. You have a deal.
All right. See you at the tower, mate.
Cannot believe that worked.
Yeah, that was. I was fully expecting things to go completely pear-shaped.
Yeah.
Sometimes you just got to be honest with people and hope they don't want you dead.
Oh no, Carrick wouldn't kill you.
Right. Capture, arena.
Yeah, he would
Yeah.
throw you in the arena and you would be food for the boss.
Cool.
Yeah.
Probably best he doesn't see you if we can avoid that.
Probably, yeah. At least not yet. I don't have my magnum opus is not ready yet.
Dare I ask?
I'm kind of scared too.
I was in charge of keeping Killatron up and running.
Yeah, no, for
I
sure.
went down. I got the call to do this job. I was very interested in getting new parts for Killatron.
A week disappeared.
Yeah.
For sure.
Haven't gotten around to messaging them yet.
I should call my bosses too.
But how do you explain, oh, I went out to get parts and disappeared for a week?
I mean, I know how I'm going to explain it, but my people believe that kind of stuff, so.
You know what? That's fair.
Onward.
This is why I'm glad I just work for myself now.
Does sound kind of nice.
Right. As you continue onward, you eventually can see the tower come into sight. It's hard to miss because to make a tower that reaches up to 3 planets, especially in the deep space zone, it is an impressive feat. But this monolith standing right up in here is also dotted with various figures around the base. And you see that Carrick's rover kind of come screeching to a halt as the figures don't seem to leave their the base that they're at.
Bring them up on comms. This what you were expecting?
Oh, I don't know. It looks like they're standing some sort of circle ritual or something. Oh, I don't really know what they're doing. I don't really pay attention to the culture of them. I just kind of take them.
Well, my intel indicates they've got some kind of leader. I'm here to deal with him directly. That was our mission. So if you're handling the foot soldiers, we'll take care of the boss.
Oh, if they got a leader, then I don't know if they'll be fighting proper. We don't know if they're like a hive mind or anything that's like, you know. Besides, if he's a good fighter, I kind of want him.
Nah, from what I heard, he's an ex-Void Singer, so I think he's more talking than fighting.
Oh, but Void Singer's got on telekinesis usually.
We can definitely talk about that, but you're still in, right? Or is the challenge going to scare you away?
Oh, it is. First man to capture this leader gets to keep him.
Agreed.
Great. So, I got the foot soldiers there. We got that settled, right?
As many as you can take alive.
Yep.
Alright, well, let's see who can rise to the tower the best then. Thrasher, let's get a head start on them.
Go.
And going.
Hell yeah.
So, what are you guys doing exactly as you see Thresher and Carrick rush out?
Oh, are they going in on foot?
They're going on foot because this is at the tower. You have what you can see is the circle of frostbiters that's around the tower, and as you're able to roll up as close as you can, there's the elevator at the bottom and what looks to be a spiral staircase going all the way up to the top.
All right, we make that elevator before they do.
Yeah, let's also keep an eye out for Kirk. They may just be keeping him here since he probably knows how to keep this thing in working order.
Is the radio, is his like broadcasting booth at the top?
Yep.
There we go.
Is he broadcasting right now?
No, the broadcast light is not on right now.
Okay.
Then we hop out and rush it.
Yeah. Focus on getting to the top and then deal with the rest.
Agreed.
All right. So, as you hop out, you notice that the Frostbiters are starting to turn their heads and look towards Carrick and Thresher. And you can see that these people, their skin is the color of the void. It is shriveled like raisins, and their eyes are like the brightest icy blue that you can imagine, to the point where it is so unnatural that these people almost look like Xenos. And they start to kind of clamber over to Carrick and Thresher, but not all of them move.
Okay. Well, if Carrick and Thresher can't handle themselves, then that sucks.
It's one less problem that we have to deal with.
We don't know them anything.
I am going to keep an eye and make sure that they can handle themselves. Or see how they do.
Well, the Frostbiters don't seem to be violent. They just seem to be more kind of curious and checking it out. And you just feel like they kind of test out Thresher's armor, and they hiss when feeling how cold it is, before reaching towards the parka of Carrick, and he kind of just shoves one away. He's like, oh, nasty little fuckers. And at that point, it just kind of grabs him on the arm, and he's like, all right, do your thing, Thresher. And she just tases it, or tases the Frostbiter, and it goes down.
Still people. They're just people who want to be warm.
Sure. Yeah.
Let's maybe try to avoid causing too much harm.
Okay.
Sure.
Still running towards the tower.
All right. So I'm going to have whoever has the highest grit roll me a hold down the fort.
Who's got better than a -1?
I have a +1.
I have a +1 as well.
Who
I can
thematically?
roll it.
All right.
It is your home world. You do
It
it.
is my home world.
Home field advantage.
I'm gonna lend you a hand. Is this a grit roll to just run fast, basically?
Yeah, it's basically a
Are we
sense
like
of.
bowling through people?
Well, I got a 7.
All right, and to explain, this is more to cause the least amount of disturbance with the Frostbiters.
Cool.
So, on a 7 to 9, you are able to initially get through the kind of the main ring, but as you reach the elevator and open it, there's just a Frostbiter standing right in it, just staring into like nothingness. Yes. Oh, you look so warm. I just need a little bit, please. I'm so cold.
And then Grant will take out a like heating pack that he made and just like crack it to have it start warming up, and just like set it on the ground to attract the Frostbiter out of the elevator.
Okay. As you can see the snow start to like melt around the heat pack, it just goes, warmth, and it just dives at it.
Into the elevator.
Yep.
Yep. It's like that door closed.
See, oh wait, not so fast! And you just see Carrick barreling towards you as Thresher is taking care of subduing the Frostbiters. Right, it looks like at his current speed, he will make it. So is there anything that you're going to do to prevent that?
I'm going to... Would he notice if I telekinetically tripped him?
Find out.
I think I'm going to take the slightly safer route and just sort of push one of the Frostbiters into his path so he trips over them. That way I'm not attacking him. I'm just being rude.
I'll have you roll a base splits roll then.
Cool. It's wild instead because it's telekinesis, right?
Oh yes, because if you're using your telekinesis, then actually, yeah, do something inhuman.
$13.
God damn.
Well, dice know the story.
Yeah.
Yeah, so it just looks like one of them just sort of stumbles forwards, like, oh, John things, and he's like shoving it off. And as he watches the elevator go,
like the last thing he sees of Grant is just like, and then just the elevator closes.
I'm hitting the open door button, I swear.
it's all right. I bet I can run faster than that rickety thing. As you just hear the thudding of him going up the stairs.
Top floor.
We forgot about the stairs. He's probably going to be there.
Well, luckily, there isn't any other floors. It is quite literally just the very top and the base. Yeah.
Sweet.
So, as you start going up, you just hear elevator music just start playing. It's hello, it's like, if you are hearing this, then you are like listening to the Inquisition. Kirk Quasar will be with you in a moment, but he is currently indisposed with, and then you just hear like random like static going through it, and then he's like, no, you're doing it wrong. It's just why do I hire secretaries? They're never right. They're never right. Is this thing still recording? End it. Cut back to the elevator music. And then he just goes back to the music.
I'm pretty sure he's not of sound mind.
Yeah, I got something that should flush his system, but it's not going to be pleasant and it's not going to be quick.
He can also just have poor managerial skills.
Also,
he was pretty self-sufficient back when he interviewed me, so I think it's just degraded.
Oh, that was your guy. For some reason, I thought it was Samuel.
No,
Right.
Samuel was a customer, and he was kind of a friend of the family, and then he wasn't.
Yeah. Like I say,
All right.
if we can bring him in, having the seniors poke around his mind could be extremely valuable. So
alive.
we can. You said he was hooked on your stuff?
Yeah, adrenal boosters mostly.
We can use that too. Emotional warfare is not off the table.
On a slightly positive note, the music's good.
Yeah, Kirk's always
alright.
been good about it.
I've definitely heard worse.
Ding.
Also, I made up the thing about the people turning into spiders. That was a joke.
We're gonna have a
Honestly, out here-
conversation letter.
Honestly, out here, it probably happened somewhere.
I'm not even really upset about the spiders, but the mom? Really?
Yeah, what the hell?
What? Connection is important, and we should find it where we can.
We are gonna have a talk later. We're here, and he's just gonna leave, just shaking his head.
Right.
Didn't say anything I didn't believe.
So, as you reach the tower's zenith, the platform offers what could have been an impressive view if not for the blizzard. The view inside, though, was much more less than impressive. Kirk's office looks to be cluttered with wires, papers, and a hollow board, seemingly with disconnected and frankly unhinged articles pinned everywhere. The newscaster is crouched barefoot, muttering away at something.
That doesn't look good.
I'm going to stick to the edge of the room and sort of keep my guard up and talk to your
So
friend.
you think you could jam the door to the stairs?
I can
Actually-
attempt to.
Or if you just want to go out there and talk to him, that would probably keep him busy for a minute.
I don't think Sylvia should be the one to do that. But that might be
That's
a bad idea.
why.
Yeah.
That's why it would be a delay. Up to you.
How about I just jam the door and you talk to him?
You're better at talking to people anyway.
Me?
No, Vanya.
Oh, thank God.
Yeah, but he's sure. We're going together. Come here. Come on, Grant.
Yeah, you're okay. And Grant will head over to where Kirk is and just like squat down. Kirk.
Oh, who said that? It sounds so familiar. Oh,
Kirk, come on, buddy. And he'll just like snap by his head a little bit.
oh, Grant. I'm sorry, Grant. I did what I said. I did what I said. I couldn't do anything for you. I'm sorry. Oh, please don't. Again, I hear your voice.
Hey, Kirk. It's all right. You did everything you could. It was more than enough.
No, I should have known. I should have told you. I should have told you.
Told me what?
Samuel.
What about the singer?
I investigated like I told you I would, and they led back to him. He was the one pushing them, but you had already gone out of Dodge, and everything was kind of all distant, and I thought, oh well, what's been done is done, and I didn't get to see you again, and then things were going from one to the other, and days became weeks, and weeks became, and
Have you talked to him recently?
did you know that when Odyssey is shining a certain way, that Antheus is getting warmth? What I think is there is something not right about Odyssey. I think that there were ancient Xenos before us. No, I know it. And they are manipulating Odyssey to ensure that we stay in this frozen wasteland.
Samuel, the singer, have you spoken to him today?
Samuel, for something. No, when? What is? Where am I?
You're in your booth. You're with friends, Kirk.
Friend? No way.
Does he need a hit?
I think a hit might actually make things worse. And Grant will just like move to sit by where Kirk is, just trying to be close and like friendly, but not like in his space. Kirk, Quasar, the best investigative journalist in this entire sector, not just on Antheus. That's who you are.
My leads, they go nowhere. And he kind of like pushes the board, and you see all this random like jargon and nonsense. And you see him trying to connect events, and they're just not having any clear like pathway.
Right. It's okay to hit a dead end, but I got something that might be able to help clear things up a little bit. And he's going to take out a rather large, like, capsule pill that is filled with what's basically like swirling liquid that is shifting from like red to purple to blue to green, just through various colors slowly. I just need you to take this.
I don't. It won't turn me. No, it won't turn me. It's you are real. You are not Samuel. You are not Samuel.
That's correct. I'm not Samuel. I'm Grant. Here.
These are good ones. Then it won't turn me into like one of them.
Well, it'll clear out whatever they've been trying to force on you.
Roll me a chat 'em up. Have a +1 due to circumstance.
Okie dokie. The dice say 5.
Ooh. As he kind of looks at it and knocks it out of the way and goes, "No, he's here." And at that point, we're going to cut it to Sylvia. You're trying to jam the door, correct?
Yes, I am.
All right. As you are trying to jam the door, how cognizant are you with your surroundings?
Considering how messy the place is, she probably wouldn't be paying too mindful of what's around her aside from what's immediately in front of her.
All right. Are you on the on the outside platform or inside in the office?
Inside in the office. I wouldn't go outside to try and jam the door.
Okay. So you all hear glass shatter as a bullet rips through and hits Sylvia. So I want to take 2 wound for that. Then you know that Carrick was carrying a trank, so that couldn't have been his.
She would fall to the ground, bleeding, obviously. Everyone were taking gunfire, and that wasn't Carrick.
I push both these guys down below the windowsill.
I'm gonna see if I can't grab Kirk to bring him like under and like behind the DJ booth to like just get him a little bit more away from the windows and as many like barriers between him and bullets as possible.
Okay. So I'm gonna have you hold down the fort for that.
Alrighty.
You got this, home's gonna advantage.
10.
There you go. So yeah, you're able to get him protected, and you hear another bullet whiz by, but it doesn't seem to be directed towards you. And you just hear, "Oh fuck!" And you see Carrick now running up with like a gash like right into his sternum. Oh,
Open the door.
Let him in.
Yeah, Sylvia's rushing over to the door, clutching her wounds, trying to get it open for Carrick.
So you scramble in. He's able to kind of get through. He's, "What the fuck was that?"
The bad guy. I'm going to try something a little weird. I can fight with psychic. I'm going to try and create like a force field and stand up so that when this guy takes a shot, I can maybe see where he is and not get hit. Does that sound like a thing I can do?
That sounds like you can do something inhuman. Or
Heck
do something
yes.
weird, yeah.
Keep hitting the wrong dice roller. It's a 9.
9. All right, so on a 7 to 9, you are able to do what's intended, but it backfires in some way. So you're trying to make the force field, and how are you trying to spot the attacker?
Basically, I'm assuming that when he's shooting at us with a gun, and when he does, there will be some kind of muzzle flash that I can see in the blizzard, because presumably he can see us if he's shooting at us. And I'm thinking stopping a bullet is hard, especially for a newbie.
All right. So yeah, you are able to see that flash. It seems to be that there's a broken piece of like ledge that the blizzard's been sort of covering. That sort of has given him like an extend out, like kind of like a piece of scaffolding that's jutting out from the platform. But you aren't able to. You're able to slow down the bullet, so you're only going to take 1 wound, but it still does hit you.
He's over there. Ledge. Out the 3rd window. Straight across. And I return to cover.
I've made my point. We can parlay now.
How is he talking to us?
In your head.
Oh, good. Grand. Great. Love it.
Your point being that you like shooting people?
The point is, I don't go down easy, and I'm not here to kill you. If I was here to kill you or to gravely hurt you, my rifle would have been placed between your eyes or through your throats or through your heart. I have chosen specific places that are superficial in damage to show you that my intent is not to kill.
Can I do an insight check? Is this guy just making up excuses for crappy aim right now?
You can do your know the tells.
Sweet. It's incredible how many villains don't get called on pure bullshit. 7. So
7.
I asked. Yeah.
So you can ask 1.
Yeah, do his actions match his words?
The way he's speaking, the way that what you know at least of Samuel's dossier, it does match that this was all intentional.
Big on the over planning things. Okay. All right. So you've got us where you want us. You've seen a few moves ahead. What comes next?
We strike a deal.
State your terms.
You let me take the broadcaster, and in turn, I will tell Grant how he can cure the Frostbiters and redeem his name. I will personally show my own evidence of my involvement of making his counterfeit drugs. He will have an antidote to cure them to look like the hero, and all I need is Kirk Quasar.
While they're talking, no, that's in the.
You muted for a sec. Could you repeat that?
I I forgot that they were talking in our head, not out loud. I was gonna say, can I record it? But not gonna be a way how to record that. It would be a one-sided conversation.
You're half right, but we'll get to that later. Dr. Becker?
A lot of people will be helped with that cure. But I don't want to.
What do you intend with the reporter?
That is information that I'm not privy to give up yet.
We're not currently inclined to cooperate. That information would encourage our cooperation.
Roll me a chat 'em up.
Anybody want to help me out?
I will attempt to lend a hand by just like peeking out over with Perk, just like slightly over the board. Eight, so you got a +1.
Okay. 9. I'm actually going to spend a favor to make that a 10. As I add, you must understand that there are certain rules I and at one point you were bound to follow. And voluntarily giving someone up to their death, I can't do that.
Right. And given that you got a 7 to 9 on your lend a hand, that does mean you get put into a precarious situation as you feel the psychic kind of energies pull you onto onto the chair, and Samuel steps out, and you can see he's still in the same, as you recognize, complete like parka, hood, balaclava, goggles. But as he pulls down the balaclava, you can see that his entire lower face is frostbitten, and that he's not wearing gloves. It's as dark as the clothes that he wears. Yes. I need him to send a message. He will be alive, but he will see as I can see. We need to warn the people that the Herald of the Leviathan, the Harbinger, is now awake. There is no sense in entering the void without knowing what it is. That is what we seek as void singers. We seek to understand the void, and now I know what it is. The void is the Leviathan. And the Harbinger will spread the message of what it is. There will be no more cold, no more heat, no more life, no more death. We will enter into the void. We will reach our nirvana. We will become awakened. As he pulls the hood back and you see the third eye placed upon it.
Now we're recording. He's saying that stuff. The Harbinger. You refer to ex-Admiral Argus Cole?
No. No, he is our emissary. The Harbinger of the Leviathan. Something much deeper, much more profane. Admiral Cole had me free it.
Awesome. So you have a cure, and you'll trade it for this man's life.
You speak as if I would kill him. I'm only here to help him. Clear his mind like mine has been. He has faced the addiction. I can help that, and you can help those below.
Your offer is reasonable. Will you give us some time to deliberate?
You may. And as it's happening, he goes, wait, you're going racing with this fucker? No.
We are, and you should join us.
I'm not going to use help. And he kind of begrudgingly goes over.
Okay, gang. How are we feeling? How's everybody doing? This is pretty whack.
I'm tired of people going and talking inside my head.
I'll try not to learn that ability. So awakening your friend to the truth is third eye crazy.
That or just destroying his mind. Who knows if you'd even handle it with all the drugs he's taken. It might break him.
Or it might make him like the sheriff.
Yeah. Both fucking awful.
Yeah.
There is one other option too. If we don't want to destroy the tower, I could sabotage the equipment so that if they try to broadcast, it detonates. But that would end up sacrificing...
Can you just disable it so it doesn't broadcast?
I mean, yeah, but if he's been maintaining this equipment and they take him, he'll be able to repair it.
Well, we're here. And nothing about this whole plan has been slow or subtle or plotting. I expect they intend to broadcast now. Okay. We can do that. But we need a reason for you to leave. Disagree. Disagree hard and loud right now.
I don't need to leave though to sabotage. The equipment's right here.
I think he'll notice if you're in the room.
We could be sly about it. While we're getting the last details of it, we could turn broadcast on. Let everyone hear his plan and his bullshit. Because you heard it, this transmitter goes out even into space. Others are going to hear about it.
That's pretty smart, actually.
That could make a pretty good headline if I put him in the arena.
The singers are going to need him first.
Yeah, unfortunately, Carrick, this is bigger than the arena.
If you stay on our side for this, I promise you'll get whatever's left.
Oh, well, if I don't get what's delivered to me, I'm telling Miss Massacre that she's checking her duties again.
I am developing a great thing for Killatron, actually.
Yeah, she doesn't want to fucking hear it. We're given a deadline, but that's besides the point. We're talking about the fucking psycho shooter over there.
Yeah, psycho shooter's yours after my leadership interrogates him. He'll probably be fine.
Alright, if you're going to speak for your organization, I'm going to keep that in mind. And if you can't own up to your promises, Salvage Incorporated will remember that.
You can take it up the Void Singers.
Yeah. No, I'll see you at high noon or something. We'll figure that out later. For now, Sylvie, say you absolutely cannot go along with this. It's objectionable. It's reprehensible. We should all be ashamed. Then run out the door, get up on the tower, and start changing signals. Make it so that his broadcast won't go out and ours will.
Yeah, see if you can boost it, and I'll turn on the broadcast from here.
Okay. You all are fucking monsters. I cannot go along with this. Fuck you all. I've stayed here too long. Adios.
It's the only way. It's the only way.
Yeah, fuck you.
Understand? Fine.
Nope, I'm gone.
Be that way. Cool.
And she will make her way stealthily to sabotage the tower.
All right. How are you stealthily getting up to the top?
Now that I'm done. Is the elevator shaft covered, or is it completely visible?
It ends kind of right at the platform, so sort of like the top, and then so I would say it's not covered.
Okay. She's going to go outside and start making her way down until she can't be observed by the guy on the hill, and then using her spider limbs climb up the side of the tower.
Badass.
All right.
Mission
And
Impossible shit.
And as she's crawling up from the back, how are you guys going to get Samuel where you want him?
I'll just keep doing what I'm doing.
And I will get Kirk like into the like broadcaster's chair and like just sort of like calm him down, set him up like he's going to be doing a broadcast. And the moment that Samuel actually like makes his way in, I'm going to try to just slyly turn the broadcast on. So while Vanya keeps him talking, what he's doing and actually what he's saying will get broadcasted out.
Yeah.
All right.
All right.
So,
I'll walk back to the window and like look at him.
you've made your decision.
It was not unanimous, but the needs of the many outweigh the needs of the few.
Then what is your decision?
You can come and get the reporter and access to his equipment.
Very well. You've done a service to the Admiral. You have saved the heartache of many people who would die in fear, but now you've given them the chance to process. And when their deaths come, they will have nothing but acceptance.
You considered that they may not have to die?
That is a fool's errand. When the Leviathan comes, and it will come, it will take all of the frontier.
According to
The emissary, the man who's seen the inside of the black box.
to one guy.
So cool.
One does not come out of the black box unaged by 100 years, who've seen the void look back at you. You as a void singer should understand this man is a prophet.
I think you should get over here. Wait, is he... Quick clarification. He's outside the tower?
He's on the platform.
So he's attached to the tower.
Yes.
Cool. I think that Admiral Cole is a very traumatized individual. I think that he has decided that the horrors he witnessed were, and will be inevitable. I think he's become a very powerful psychic. And I think he's bringing people under his sway. And I'm sorry that that includes you. But we have a deal, so. If you truly want to spread that misery, or clarity in misery, pessimism, I guess, philosophical pessimism, there's the console.
Right. And as Samuel steps forward inside the radio booth, we'll find out if your plan works next week. Thank you all for coming to episode 4 of Warp Drive Wanderers Into the Frontier.